Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video I'm just going to be doing something that I haven't done in like so long. I feel like I haven't actually sat down and done my makeup in like forever. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I have a few new bits that I've actually bought like at least a month ago. I definitely have a new foundation and a new bronzer. I did buy a new lipstick at the time, but I don't think I'll be using that today. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's just what I'm going to be doing in today's video. I have a clock now in here, put a battery in it today. It's really loud, so I don't know, I'm going to see what it's like in this little video, and then if it's really bad, obviously in next videos I'll take the battery out. But it is kind of loud, so I don't know, maybe it's louder for me though than it is for you. Okay, so I just went ahead and actually applied my concealer. The concealer that I used is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Mine is in the shade Porcelain. The reason I didn't use an actual eye base is because the look I'm doing is just versatile. Like, you could use it for glam or for day. It just depends kind of on your skin. Like if you do like really glam skin or really natural skin. So like what I'm doing on my eyes is actually quite natural, so that's why I don't actually like to use an eye base for it. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette I'm going to be using is the Be Perfect Clientele palette. Absolutely love this. Think it's unreal. If you're a makeup artist and you're like an active makeup artist and you don't have this, definitely get it. I'm using the Rebluna R21 as my first brush, and the shade I'm going to first go into is this shade Dirty Tan, which, as you can tell by the shade or by the state of my palette, it is well loved. With this shade I'm just going to start buffing it just above where my natural crease is. Okay, so I've just buffed that in the way I like it. I'm now taking a Rebluna R20 and I'm going in the shade right beside it. It's the shade Sandy. And I'm going to basically, what I'm doing now is I'm staying half on the shade I already have down and half on where I have the concealer, and that's going to like blend it for me. Okay, so now that I have that all blended, I actually want to deepen up my crease a small bit. So I'm going in with this Inglot brush. There's actually no name on it, but it's from like their Christmas collection like 2 years ago. And I'm taking the shade Too Much, which is right here, only a small bit, and tapping that off a good bit. And then literally right in my crease is where I'm going to put this. Okay, so I just went off and I did my other eye up to like the stage that I was at, and I also moved my ring light because I feel like you couldn't actually see that good, because I know I can definitely see better, so I'm sure if I can see better, yous all can see better too. But basically now we're at the stage where you decide whether you want this to be a glam look or an everyday look. I'm going to be doing an everyday look, so I'm not even going to talk through that, I'm just going to show you. But if it was a glam look, what I'd probably do is I would cut my crease with the Acid Rain base. Someone's dog won't stop. And then I'd probably end up adding like one of the Peaches and Cream pigments, and then big massive eyelashes, everything like that. But today I'm doing natural. A lot of those steps are actually being skipped. Okay, so we actually had a bit of a detour there. It's been about half an hour. My family started having dinner, so I said I'd stop because my kitchen is actually right there and I could hear them all talking. So I said I'd stop and wait, and I also actually went and got a hot water bottle because I actually have no heating out here at the moment, and it's like, what time is it? It's 25 to 7 and October is on Friday, so you can only imagine how cold it is. But yeah, back to the makeup. Since I'm not doing a glam look, what I'm going to do is just take kind of like a flat fluffy brush, and I'm taking the shade Asha, which is this one down here. It's the closest one I have to my skin colour. That's kind of what you're looking for if you're copying this look. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start pressing it where I would normally cut my crease. But obviously, because we're doing a natural look, I'm not cutting my crease. And I'm just patting that just to blend it in and just to brighten up that inner corner. Okay, so once I've done that, what I like to do is go back in with the big Rebluna brush I was using. Again, it was the R20. And I'm just going to lightly buff over the edges just to blend that in seamlessly. Okay, so I just went ahead and did that on both eyes. This is what both your eyes should be looking like at this point. Like I said, it is very natural, but I know for some people this might still be a bit too much. But if this is still a bit too much for you, what I would do is go in with Dirty Tan and Sandy like I did, but then don't go in with the shade too much. I just like to go in with that shade because I do like to deepen up my crease, but you don't obviously have to do that. Again, my next step probably is a bit too much for some people's like natural makeup, but I absolutely love brown eyeliner. I think it's so nice. I've only recently like discovered it. Never really liked it before until I tried it one day up in college, actually, when I went to Lauren Malone Academy, and in love with it. Haven't turned back since. The one I'm going to be using today is actually the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, and mine is in the shade dark brown. So I actually just went off and did my eyeliner off camera, and I stuck on my lashes because my eyeliner always wants to go right on one eye and not on the other. So yeah, this is the eye that actually went nice on, and the other eye we're just going to keep out of sight for the near future. So the eyelashes I used, they're actually from Amazon. Here is the little thing. They come in like a big one, but I actually just cut them all down so they're in like just one. But if you look up Y003 on Amazon, they should come up, and they weren't that expensive at all. Okay, so we're on to my favourite part of any sort of makeup look, which is face. I swear to God, face makeup will always be my best friend, my strongest point when it comes to makeup, everything like that. So, and I actually have a new foundation to try today, which I'm so excited for. I actually bought it when I was in Galway. Me and I went to Claire. I have a little shitty little vlog up on my channel. It's not very long if you want to go watch that. But yeah, so now we're on to face. For primer, what I'm going to be using is, I like to use two primers. So I have this MUA Pro Base, which is like a moisturising primer, and then I also have this Flormar Double Radiance primer, which this, if I'm ever going to recommend people to buy a primer, it will be this. So yeah, I'm going to apply this MUA one to like the outer perimeters of my face, and I like to apply this one with my hands because it is just kind of like a moisturizer. It smells so nice and it's so cheap. Bring it down my neck. And then my Double Radiance primer, I like to apply with a brush like this. It's just by Inglot, and I just like to buff it in to the middle of my face, like, you know, my T-zone area. This is the foundation I'm going to be using. It's the Revolution Glow Skin Foundation Luminous Foundation. I got FX 8.5. Now I know that's going to be way too dark for me because I have absolutely... Where's my foundation brush? Because I have absolutely no tan on. I know this is going to be way too dark, but I will obviously bring it down my neck. Oh, the colour actually might not be too bad. It's very full coverage from like me just first applying it. It does smell a bit funny, a bit like chemicals, but I won't lie, most of the Revolution foundations do. But there is a few foundations from Revolution that I really like, so don't let that put it off you. Okay, so I've just blended it in, and I can't lie, it is actually quite full coverage. I really like it. Really lightweight, can't feel it. Blends really nicely. I do really like the colour. I look a bit yellow on the camera, but I think it could be my ring light shining in my face. I might not actually look that yellow, but in person it's actually a really nice colour. I got FX 8.5 if anyone's wondering. Now it is a bit darker than my actual skin tone. Like, look, you can see I brought down my neck, but I'm actually like a ghost. Like, I might as well be blue. That's how white I am. I'm moving on to concealer. Again, for concealer I'm just using my LA Girl Pro Conceal that I used earlier on. Absolutely love this concealer. Oh my god, it's unreal. So I'm just basically going to be adding that all to kind of the high points of my face just to highlight. And now I'm just going to blend it in. I'm using the Revolution 302 brush just to bounce that into my skin. It's literally like 7:10 and I'm that freak that is like rushing right now because like my blind is open and it's getting dark, and I'm that weirdo that thinks like Michael Myers is going to be standing outside my window watching me. So yeah, I really need to close my blind. Does anyone else watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? And obviously Kyle Richards is like my favourite person in that. Erica Jane was, until she started like attacking people for absolutely no reason. Like, honey, if one of my friends' husband was like stealing from like cancer patients, like what does this have to do like with me being your friend as well? But anyway, obviously that new Halloween movie is coming out, what's it called, Halloween Kills or something, and because Kyle was in it I had to watch the trailer. And usually I do not watch horror films, and ever since I've watched that trailer I can't stop thinking about Michael Myers at night time. When I look out the window, every time I think of like darkness, he's what I think of. And my blind is closed now, so I feel a little bit better, but good luck to me walking inside when this video is done because I just know it's going to be pitch black. But next then, we're doing all our cream products now obviously. So I've just done my foundation and I've just done my concealer. For bronzer I'm taking this is the Cash Beauty Island Vibes. It's one of her Sculpt, like, you know, the cream bronzers. Taking this, I do like to put quite a bit because one thing I do really like about these cream bronzers is I feel like you can build them up, so that's why I do like to put as kind of much as I do. I only put a small bit on my nose though. Okay, so I've just finished blending out that bronzer. I'm not going to actually add any more. I was going to, but I do have a new bronzer that I want to test, so I don't want there to be too much bronzer down. Then is cream blush. Blush is my absolute favourite. This one particularly is the Peaches and Cream Tutti Frutti blush. The colour of this, oh my god, so beautiful. So yeah, I'm just going to be applying that now, just again onto the high points of my face. So for powder, I like to use a loose powder. My favourite one is this. This is the H&B Soft Focus Loose Powder. It's in the shade Translucent, I think. Yeah, 02 Translucent. This is Holly Boone's brand. This is the most beautiful powder I've ever used. Just going to take one of these like super old styling techniques brushes and just use this to press it in onto my face. This powder will literally keep you set for hours. So bronzer is what we're going to start with, and for bronzer I actually have a new one. Again, this was bought in Galway, the same as my Revolution foundation. It is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Ever since I was little I wanted this because everyone on like American YouTube used to always go on about this little bronzer, how they could buy it in Target and Walmart and everything, and I got it in Boots in Galway City. Oh my god, when I seen it I was like, didn't even think about it, I had to get it. If all these dogs don't fuck off. Yeah, I kind of just had to guess which one to get as there was no shade names, but this is the one I got. Oh, it's actually darker than I thought it would be. Oh my god. It's just as beautiful as like everyone hyped it up to be. Another thing I actually bought when I was in Galway, which is also something that I really wanted to get my hands on, was this, the Milani. It's a baked powder blush in the shade Lumino. So this is it, absolutely unreal. Again, got it in Boots in Galway City. If you're there and you're looking for any of these things, go in there. The Boots up there, oh my god, second to none. The one in Wexford is shit. The one in Galway, so good. Next then for highlighter, we are using the Iconic Bronze Champagne Supernova highlighter. This highlighter, if you haven't used it, unreal. They always have deals on their page. Yeah, unreal. Oh my god, look at that. It's literally just like icy wet skin. It's so beautiful. And then our last step for our face makeup is setting spray, and the setting spray I'm going to be using today is this Catrice Bronze Away to Fiji setting spray. This is so good. You can get it in pennies. I think they only actually have it in pennies. I think it's like exclusive to pennies. Now obviously our last step is lips, and I'm going to be taking this Peaches and Cream lip liner. It's in the shade Punchline, and I actually have quite big lips already, so I'm just going to follow the natural line of my lips. And now for my lipstick and lip gloss, I have two things. I have the Saoirse lipstick from Carter Beauty. It's in the shade Saoirse. This is what it looks like. It's the shade The Perfect Nude colour. Absolutely love it, and it's really, really cheap as well. And then I have the Peaches and Cream lip gloss in the shade Sisterhood. And this is my finished look. Makeup like this I absolutely love. I know I said this is like natural. For me this would be natural. Like if someone said to me, oh no, like casual, like, you know, not very done up at all, this is probably what I would go to. I just think it's so pretty, so nice, absolutely love it. Thank you so much for watching. Any questions or anything, obviously ask them in the comments and I'll reply. But yeah, that's everything from me. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.